I was gonna, um, I was gonna skip out, and then I thought, "I've made a commitment. I don't wanna blow it." I think we're in a 5-day streak or something. And today, well, that's another story, but, soon I will tell you about, Maria Haswell and the maker of the Mystic Goddess tarot deck, and the incredible day we had, talking about, uh catching up with each other and, bridging the phone call we had in January with the enthusiasm around the creation of what she's accomplished with this year. But that's not what I'm talking about today. Today I am talking about Wild Mind. I bought this book. My son bought a house. I went to see him. He lives in Boise, Idaho, and part of my first visit to his new home was to outfit him with whatever he thought he needed and I thought he needed. And we went to the grocery store, of course, and filled it and stocked his shelves and filled his fridge. And then we went to the liquor store and I bought my son a bar and stocked the bar. I wasn't drinking at the time, but he is and young. And anyway, I have all kinds of feelings about that, but I did it. And then we took he wanted to make a table, so we went and bought some gorgeous wood for him to get to do that with, and all the stuff, to make the epoxy table, and he showed me all the videos he'd watched, and then, I was just looking around the space one day, and there were not any visible books, and you know what John Waters had to say about, well, if you know, right? But there's a famous John Waters quote, and I didn't want my kid to be John Watersed. So, I went out to buy him some books, and we bought everything he wanted to read, and that's my joy. I have bought and given away a dozen libraries in my lifetime, maybe more, now that I'm older. But one of the books in that library is always Wild Mind, and I buy it every time I see it because I give it away. And tomorrow or later this week when I go to the post office, this book will go to a beloved patron of my Patreon. I'm Art Maker Poet on Patreon, and my friend has supported me all year long, just sending love and courage and dribs of money that helped me feel like somebody cared about the creative efforts. And she has a desire to get to spill out of her head and onto the page. And so I'm sharing with her, what inspires me. And Natalie Goldberg, first Writing Down the Bones, and then, of course, Wild Mind, and then everything else she's written. Absolutely worth reading and rereading and buying and giving away over and over and over and over and over again. And I think I mentioned, anyway, I'm getting off track, but I'll just read you some of what I believe in writing in books, and so I do. And I wrote the day I bought it and who it was for, and what I intended, and then I write the date that I first start reading it, and then if I finish it, I write the date that I finished reading it and where that all that stuff happened. So just quickly, I'll give you a few minutes worth of juicy underlined bits in Wild Mind, but if you don't have it, I encourage you to get it. It's an important and constant source of inspiration and encouragement. And she has very short chapters, and then she has try this as her writing prompts or encouragement or idea farm. And there's a bunch of those. So in the rules of writing practice, learning to trust your own mind is what we're up to. And of course, her rules are very simple. Keep your hand moving, lose control, be specific, don't think, don't worry about punctuation, spelling, grammar. You're free to write the worst junk in America or anywhere else on the planet. go for the jugular. And then she has additional things. I wrote this at the top of results of kindness. So sometimes I'm inspired and I want to put the inspiration right there. I read it again and again. The first time, every time, I underline the miracles that get under my skin, penetrate the heart in the willing way I always long for, to be agape and aghast at love. This practice will bleed. Um, we never graduate from first grade. Over and over, we have to go back to the beginning. We should not be ashamed of this. It is good. It's like drinking water. We don't drink a glass once and never have to drink one again. We don't finish one poem or novel and never have to write one again. Over and over we begin. This is good. This is kindness. We don't forget our roots. And then just from her, try this. When you write a memory, it isn't in the past anyway. It's alive right now. I'm going to stop there and then just keep recording. Maybe there'll be a Facebook post that has all the underlined bits. But just my thanks and gratitude. Thank you for your sacred witness. Today's the full moon in Aries, and so that means a bunch of different things. But for me, it means completion of a cycle of promise that starts at the new moon and ends at the full. And I am incredibly grateful for all that has come and gone since the new moon on my mother's in my mother's 80th birthday season to the full moon tonight, when I'm celebrating these dear accomplishments with my friends who have committed to their creative talent, made their creative dreams come true, and have, in the case of Maria, she has a deck, a brand new tool, for people who are searching for insight. Lots of creative, wonderful things. Natalie Goldberg is on her way to my dear Valerie to, I hope, continue the inspirations circle and cycle. I love that we each get whatever little hit of joy there is and then pass it on. It's source recycling, All right. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. I'm Beth Benson. This is the Crestline Creatrix Matrix. You can find more about what's happening here on Instagram at Artmaker Poet, at Crestline Creatrix Matrix, and then behind me is the 33 Trees Project that you can be a part of at 33 Trees Project. And if you are so inclined, you are welcome to be a part of the Patreon community once you become a part of that regular support that supports this enterprise and all that goes on here. There are lots of things that happen, custom color books and source material, and then you enter my dream stream, and everything that works with me begins to work for you as well. So blessings. I hope you'll join us in lots of different ways. Thanks for watching tonight. Sweet dreams when you get there.